Hello and welcome to another episode of Trips
with Pips.
I am Luke.
And I am Matthew.
And I am a Pip.
We are Pips.
And this is a trip.
This is a trip.
Night edition.
Woo!
We just got finished eating at a delicious Indian restaurant in town. I love Indian food.
Yeah,
For all of our giant audience in India, we love you guys. Just a shout out to all of you and your amazing ability to cook food.
Yeah, we love naan. We love butter chicken. Good job, guys.
Pretty well anything so far that I've tried. You guys are the best at making wonderful spices. Delicious, flavorful spices.
We've had a pretty
incredible, delicious, flavorful, wonderful, succulent, various,
nice,
majestic, good, scrumptious.
I like it.
Spices.
Food.
What do you got to say, Emma?
I like curry.
She likes curry.
That's so awesome.
Curry is good stuff.
So we've had a good time this week. We're training the pastors through the books of 1st and 2nd Samuel. It's quite a hectic week because that's a lot of chapters to teach through.
What's the full count on chapters?
55, I think.
55 chapters in a week. And by the end of the week, the goal is that they'll have been through all of those chapters twice. Because they go through it in class, and they also go through it in study groups. And then they have to take a test on everything at the end.
But they would have already been through it before class week on their own time.
That's the goal. Some of our students are really awesome and will read through it like 2 or 3 times before the class week starts, which is awesome. Some of our students are a little bit less inclined to work hard on the front end, and it definitely shows in their testing at the end of the week. But we're getting there, moving forward.
Yeah, it's exciting to teach through Samuel. You see a lot of really cool pictures of Jesus, especially in David and his kingship. He obviously has some parts that don't picture Jesus so well, like Bathsheba, like the census at the end of the book. But it's just really cool to see the pre-type of Christ, the King, the conquering King, as he's going to be when he comes again, as told in the book of Revelation.
Yeah, it's also a really neat, just kind of overview looking at the kingdoms of God versus the kingdom of the world, or the kingdom of spiritual darkness, which throughout the Bible is represented by Babylon. You see the final judgment of Babylon in Revelation, but you also see a lot of things that David does that are kind of pre-types for that. Even looking at like the battle of David and Goliath and seeing him as conquering that picture of spiritual evil and power and all those things. So it's pretty cool, pretty exciting stuff.
And always there's the classic line, as Samuel's going to anoint David, and it says, don't look on the outside, because man judges from the outside, but God judges the heart. And it's really a big deal here in Uganda because of the poverty here. Most pastors are, respected due to whatever wealth they have or how much prowess they have.
How big their church is.
Yeah.
Those kinds of things, which I think is pretty similar to the States in some ways.
Yeah, it's pretty similar, but it's just so easy to see when it's not a culture that's your own.
Yeah.
When it's in another culture, it's easy to tell. So it's just cool to be able to teach very matter-of-factly that it's not about how impressive you are, it's not about how well you're dressed, but what's your heart for the Lord, what's your relationship with the Lord like. Even this weekend I was teaching at a conference and somebody stood up and asked me the question because I was teaching on something pretty similar on leadership, and the guy's question was, I hear you saying that it's not about the appearance, but I was getting mentored by somebody else that said we have to prove that God is who He said He is based on how well we're dressed and based on, how great we are. So what do you say about that? And I was able to just tell him, look, Jesus said that the fish have, or that the birds have nests, and that the foxes have holes, but I don't even have a place to lay my head. And that Jesus didn't look very impressive when He was on the cross.
Ah, that's a good thought. Well, Matt, I am cold.
Ha! Hi, I'm Dad.
No, you're not.